Right, sorry about the restart on that one, chat. False start. Configuration issues. The Twitch enhanced beta. It went live, no sound. Sounds yeah. Everything sort of broke a little bit there. Feeling better today? Not. Yeah, I think so. Brain is hopefully working goodly. It's probably not, but hopefully it will. Alright. Sorry, chat. I've got a iPad up. Well, not an iPad. A Samsung tablet up there. Keeping my YouTube up at the same time. Late? Well, I mean, also early. But also late. Talking las dos. Hi, Board Josh. How are you today? Bugs reported. Sorry, everything's broken. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I always managed to break things. It's a skill. It's not a useful skill, but it's the skill I have. And honestly, some days I'll just take any skill. Gonna be clear, because every day's a journey, right? I was experimenting today with the Twitch Enhanced Broadcast program, which would give lower latency video for the Twitch streams, which is good. And then doing YouTube would get a software encoded version, which would lose a little bit of quality, but would still look very crisp. However, for whatever reason, the Twitch enhanced broadcast settings right now are incorrect for my graphics card on my streaming PC. So, yeah. Everything kind of broke. They're using way too aggressive encoding settings on it, which would have made it look pretty darn good, but running 4 of them was just a wee little bit too aggressive. Ground floor. Alright, good, that's working. You can see every follicle of Farah's hair. Oh no. Yeah, mostly you can see all the green screen color blade. Because my hair is not green screen friendly. At least not single pass green screen friendly. Sorry. The YouTube stream is still getting 1440p. Because I've gone back to my settings that I was using like yesterday. But, bit odd. Anyway, bug reported.
Welcome to IO North Tower, Area 18's premier centre for business development. Please consult any of our associates for help or reference.
The system that they rolled out that is designed to make it so that streaming just works and you don't have to mess around with the settings too much, broken. Because I'm just special that way. The only thing to make the time is that the Invictus Hall so we can directly stumble around wearing nothing but a top hat and suit jacket. Nice. I mean, Invictus isn't the same as IAE, right? Invictus, you've got to run around in your pseudo-military getup.
Stand.
Got to be looking tactical, you know. Hey. Also, I got a different brand of razor yesterday, and my face is unnaturally smooth. A lore-friendly and immersive sprint to catch the bus. Yeah. I do the old RP walk around a lot.
Now arriving.
That's RP walk sometimes. Yeah, I know. I don't say it bothers me, but you notice that, you know, everyone who moves around that isn't an NPC is just absolutely legging it everywhere, all the time. Just hopefully they don't do that one on Hurston, or you end up with a black lung. Actually, no, on Hurston it's the brown lung. Anyway.
Celebrate the pillars of duty, service, and civic pride.
Recruits will push themselves to their physical and mental limits.
Recruitment center, no one there. Also, folks, if you haven't done so already, and you are a Steer Citizen player, if you stop by the convention halls, you can rent the vehicles free of charge and try it out. Can you rent the Idris? No. No, the Idris is their current sort of fancy piece. And you can't rent it. You will probably be able to buy it in game in like 6 to 9 months. But yeah, for now it is all about them selling it, honestly, and also them selling those flight blades, which I don't know. I feel like those should have been immediately available in game, not only online for reals monies. Cyclone. Right. Anyway, couple of new ships. Actually, there's 3 of them right there. You've got the Greycat MTC, the Misk Starlance Attack, and the Mirai Guardian MX. What are the estimates on the in-game price? No idea. CIG stuffed up on the flight blades. I hope they roll it back. I hope they just be like, hey, so you can buy them in-game now. Though that said, the flight blades are like a balance, so they don't necessarily make it better. And the bomb racks, are the bomb racks only online as well? Because if the bomb racks are online, that's just stupid. Like, I don't agree with that. Flight blades. So there's a new module for specific ships, which will change the tuning of the vehicle. So it'll either have a higher top speed or it'll sacrifice some top speed for maneuverability. Like it's a specific part you can fit into the vehicle. Entertainingly, one of the vehicles you can fit it into is the MPUV. For some reason. They could have added it in the loot tables. Yeah, that'd be great, actually. Yeah, if they were on the loot tables at the orbital sites or something, neat. Drive more people to a PvP environment. But the fact that they are only online, don't love it. Anyway, so this is the new Greycat MUC, Muck or whatever it's called. There's a big sign, MTC, there we go. It's a neat little vehicle. It's like an Ursa competitor, but it doesn't have much seating. You've got pilot and then a single rear seat which operates the turret. And the rest of it's just standing room only, I guess. But you've also got weapon racks for 2 people, so it feels like it's like a little 2-person support vehicle thing. I was curious about why the MPUV got picked up the first round of flight blades. That's odd, right? Got a couple of shower queue. Those are the EVA suit lockers, which they are going to add functionality to do at some point. Outside storage access too. Okay. And it's got a little rack on the back here. Where's the button for it? Where's the button for it? Up there. Got a little rack on the back here, which will let you put 4 of those 1/8 SCU crates into. Quite a useful little rack. Also good for just shoving ammo into, honestly. First lot of flight blades seem to be ships that are heavily used in Squadron 402. Okay. Functionality is soon. Have you had a play with an Idris yet? No. I do not have an Idris. I am also not really in the market for an Idris, candidly. I can't legitimize spending 2,000 American dollars on an in-game item. Also, I don't regularly play with the sort of 14 people you need to crew out an Idris. The Polaris is already more people than I have regularly. So, yeah, I definitely don't need it. Just trying to do it? Yeah, basically. I went live earlier, but some settings are wrong. And, yeah. Yeah, so I had to restart. Yeah, so I like this little thing, the little MTC. It's neat. It's also a little bit narrower than the Ursa. And I don't know, I don't feel like I always need that many seats in the Ursa. So, good alternative. Quite like the design on it. Little chunky. I like the fact that it's got the suspension, like those prototype tires. The airless tires. It's just neat. You said it was an enclosed vehicle that would fit on a Zeus or a C1. Does this also not fit in a Zeus? I'm not surprised if that's the case, but a little bit sad. Okay, you can't rent from these panels this time around. You got to go to the terminals. But yeah, that's the MTC. It's neat. It's got a pair of size 2s in the top, which I was surprised at. I thought there'd be size 1s. Anyway, good little ground vehicle. Too wide? Of course it is. Guardian MX, different configuration of the Mirai Guardian. You can see instead of having the 2 large guns, it's got 4 smaller guns. So taking the framework of the Guardian fighter and adding even more offensive options, the Mirai Guardian MX packs additional firepower and armor ideal for overwhelming environments. While not as nimble as the base Guardian, this heavy fighter is still more agile than many ships in this class. Yeah, so this is the Guardian MX. Externally very similar, but yeah, they've changed the weapon options for it. Which is, yeah, it's a change. It's like a reverse Redeemer. I like the white and black paint scheme though, that's nice. Up next, you've got the Asgard. This is a new Valkyrie variant, which is designed as a vehicle transport, but the interior, because I had a very sneaky look earlier, is quite significantly changed. And it actually deals with some of my complaints, which is odd. Not really used to that, actually. Yeah, so this is the Asgard. Yes. You can see it's got a substantially taller rear bay with a bigger ramp as well. But one of the big changes was there's now enclosed upper deck, and there's actually a door there for a bit of atmosphere retention. I know, weird, right? Internally, you've lost a lot of your jump seats. You've lost most of your jump seats. You've only got the 2 now. Are there jump seats here still? No. Yeah, you've only got the 2 jump seats, which is quite a change from the previous, 10? I think it had. You've still got your bottom turret. You've still got your door guns. Oh, you can operate the rear door from here. That's nice. That's really nice, actually. So you've got your rear door gun still, so your side door gun still. Really nice functionality. I really wish they'd add these to the Cutlass. Actually, just the base Cutlass Black, have those be a module. Because I feel like they could be added to a lot of vehicles. And then if you head upstairs through the airlock, well, sort of an airlock. Look, it's as close as I get at the moment, honestly. You've got a standard fitted there. You've got a 2-seat bunk. You've lost your additional turret mount, gunner mounts here to gain a weapon rack and 2 wastes of space. I don't know what those wastes of space are meant to be. Maybe they're meant to be suit lockers. Who knows? Oh, someone's locked it. And then you just got your standard cockpit at the front. That's gone well. I want an Idris to play with. Oh, thanks, Streamer, I appreciate it, bud. I don't know why I'm at 58% health. Obviously, I've had some issues with oxygen. So in a version with the vehicle bay cut out, so you can drive a Nova tank into this now. Or Josh. If you want one which you can hang a Nova, I honestly think the redesigned version of the not SRV, Raft should be the culprit for that one. But yeah, I really like that. I think that's a really nice rework / variant. That's neat. I like that. Yeah, thank you, Dreamer. I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't really ever have enough people on with me to want an Idris. Because my broke self also very rarely has the money for it, candidly. Because if I were to look at... Assuming that I can... assuming that I can at any point actually secure one, even if I wanted to. The Warborn version is $1,700. I definitely wouldn't be buying it straight out. I'd be using some credit at least. It's 2,090 freedom bucks. Which is 3,300 Australian dollars. Y'all, I don't have that money to spend on this. Like, I don't have that money to spend on this. You can't remember how much you paid 12 years ago? I think it started at 800. I think it started at $800. Maybe 750. But we'll just pretend it was cheap. But yeah, that's the Idris P. Then they've actually added a brand new modification kit for it as well. The new mod kit, which they announced today, is... Where is it? Aftermarket kits. No, not listing it there. Basically, they've now got the Idris T, which is a new variation of it. The Idris T is replaces the nose mount with a quad torpedo launcher. So you've got the Idris P, the Peacekeeper, the Idris P with the M kit. No, the Idris P with the K kit, which gives it the laser, the giant space laser, and also the missile launchers, and I think extra PDC points as well was the other thing they mentioned. And then you've got the T. The T has a quad torpedo launcher on it instead. I think it's size 10s. I'm actually not certain of that answer. But yeah, honking giant unit of a thing. Size 12? Are they 12s or 10s? 12s would make them the same ones that the Polaris fires, right? So yeah, that's the Idris. I don't have the people required for it. That's the challenge, right? Then here's the flight blades ridiculousness. They delayed the subscriber test flight this patch. I know why. Great. Yo. Sweet. Looks like all ships, not just server load from Idris. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on at the moment. Plus, whenever there's like these free trials going on, there's just abandoned ships everywhere. But anyway, these are the flight blades that people are talking about. There's basically two variants of the flight blade for each of the vehicles selected for the test. There's the top speed balanced one, and then there's the precision handling, like for moving more like accurately. I don't know how they handle. I don't really feel like spending the money on finding out, honestly. But they've done them for good ones. Are the big talks actually useful to get shut down by PDCs? They get shut down by PDCs really quickly, and NPC gunners also target them. So do player target gunners, honestly. So the torpedoes aren't currently that useful until you've already won the fight. If you are going after the Polaris in the Hunt the Polaris event, for example, the way to do it is to have someone with ballistic cannons take out the PDCs using the precision targeting mode before you start firing torpedoes at it. There's not a lot of point firing torpedoes when it's got PDCs up. They just get hosed. You're in riot mode over the blade and bomb racks being for sale with a delayed in-game. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I think it's kind of dumb. You think they pulled the Idris card for cash injection? I think the cash injection is probably part of it. And it's been a very successful cash injection. They could have made it massively more successful by selling more of them. They are still limiting the numbers of them for reasons. I think FOMO, but it has definitely given them a cash injection for it. I don't know if it was poor sales though. They've actually had some quite successful sales this year with new vehicle launches. But I also think the community has quite a lot of fatigue over development fatigue. just because of the rather substantial number of different things that are getting pushed back. Because remember last year? No, year before, at CitizenCon, when they did the big presentation, and they're like, and all of these things are going to be in the game in the next year. And then they just weren't. So many things they talked about during the CitizenCon that I went to are not in the game yet. And then this year they're not doing a CitizenCon. Not that I think not doing CitizenCon is like not an in-person CitizenCon. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But it is a thing. I believe that the people who go to CitizenCons are also the ones who are more willing to spend money on new shiny stuff at the events. 2-hour online convention. Is it only 2 hours? I thought it was longer. I'm sure it was longer. But the other side is it's kind of appeased the incredibly loud people who are like, CitizenCon is a waste of our money. Why are they wasting our money doing wasted money things? I thought it was an interesting decision. They make a boatload from it, don't they? CitizenCon does make them quite a lot of money. From what I understand, though, a lot of the money that they make at CitizenCon goes towards paying for the whole CitizenCon, rather than going into development budget. It sort of goes to marketing budget more than anything else. Marketing and events budget. I'm sure that the money they make off CitizenCon also probably pays for flying developers to the various bar citizens and stuff as well. It'd actually be interesting if they actually paid. I don't actually know what they pay with using CitizenCon, or even if they keep it separated properly. I don't know. I didn't know that thing had rear missile racks, like remote operated size 1 yeet skeeters. Skeet yeeters? Who knows? Anyway, Starlancer attack. I like the base Starlancer. I don't love the middle section of the base Starlancer, but I like the base Starlancer. This is the TAC, which gains a medical bay. What class are they? 2s or 1s? 3s. Okay. So those are the same class of medical that you get on like a Cutlass Red. And then the other section that goes in the middle, you've got the jump seats, which don't actually go down to the ground. Like, I thought this ramp would go down to the ground, but apparently not. You've got 8 jump seats for the people who feel like just being FPS Marines, apparently. Plus door guns. Again, I really like the door guns. I like the drop handle to open the door. That's nice. Turret access. With ammo, I think. Not sure what the ammo is for, because you can't really get it from here to anywhere, but there you go. It's also red because it's red. Airlock? But then this outer one doesn't open apparently at the moment. Who knows? Lift the top deck. You quite like the middle bit on the Max. It's interesting because you've got like that walkover path and stuff, but it also feels like it's the fact that it's got that walkway in the middle is just an arbitrary waste of space. I don't feel like there is that many situations where you need to be able to walk across the middle of it, because all you've got at the front of this thing on the standard max is this room I'm in right now. Yeah, exactly. The walkway in the middle is kind of rule of cool, making it more annoying to me anyway. But locker room, fine. They should have moved the med bay to where the armory is and the armory to where they put the med bay. Apparently this is the armory. No gun racks for an armory, which is strange. Subscriber. Yeah, suit locker, but no gun racks, which is odd. Going up. Or not. Hola! They took the word armory very literally. Only armor. Escape pods times 4. Remote turret seats. Another remote turret seat. I do like the MISC cockpits. I think they are very nice. Where are these remote turrets? Fix the shading issue in the elevator control panel? Of course not. Door closed? Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, this is the top turret. Once again, the top rear turret on a Mirage / MISC ship is not the most useful thing in the world. Captain's mini fridge is still there? You mean the computer? It's inside the computer? And then the other turret seat is going to be the rear missile racks. Head back one, past the lift. You've got your very abridged... Oh, that's where the gun racks are, apparently. Huh. A dumbwaiter? No, that's a component rack. Gravity generator and life support, apparently. But yeah, it does look like a dumbwaiter. Once again, you've got your fairly standard MISC. Wow, actually no, this one's vaguely useful, chat. This one's almost got a kitchen in it. Because you've got a sink and a food disposal thingy. But you've still got your magic goop generators and yeah. I'm very confused about their food in the future sort of viewpoint. One restroom, 2 restrooms with the faked mirrors. I mean, the fake mirrors, they work well enough. And it saves them having to actually have reflective surfaces. If you actually see it there, there's actually like a camera just showing a video of what it's seeing. So, it works. At least they fixed the issue where it wasn't mirroring like your head movements. So that's a good little fix. Render to texture is very resource. So render to texture can be very cheap or very resource expensive. When you're doing a render to texture of a new scene, it's very resource intensive. Because basically they're having to render the video game inside the video game. If they're just doing a pre-recorded video to texture, it's incredibly cheap. In the distant future, Miracam watches you be. That's already happening. Who are you kidding? Or Josh. Personal storage lockers, I'm guessing. Not interactable. Oh well, that sucks. But you got your bunks.
The latest line of defenders from Aegis Dynamics have already been battle tested throughout the Empire. That kind of success.
And then this should be where the HABs used to be. Because it used to have like individual HAB units. This should be the hangar. Okay, that's a neat little hangar, chat. Little is the key word here.
Gladius have become synonymous with the UEE Navy. The truth is that with the variety of operations over the vastness of the Empire, the Navy utilized a variety of ships, including some ones made for the private sector.
Anyway, so this is a Mirai Fury hangar, which I reckon that's also going to fit possibly 2 of the P-72s or P-52s. I reckon it'd be close. That's something that would need some testing. I'm sure that someone's already done it, but yeah. Mirai Fury dock.
Past was draped in shadow for decades. We are thrilled to see how truly committed themselves to making it right.
Fast door. Very fast door. I love it. You could wiggle some stuff in there, but it wouldn't line up with a little outline on the floor. How dare. Oh, green light means go. That's actually really nice. That's a nice little quality of life thing. Red light means not cleared for takeoff. That's cool. That's a lovely little sort of quality of life thing. That person's hair is going all wiggly wobbly. And you've got the access for the lifts. That's actually less of a waste of space than I thought it was going to be. And then you've got engines at the back. Now with additional MISC/Mirai goop. What are these? Well, they're cool looking. What do they do? Glow. Sorry, chat. My version of being an engineering officer is very similar to Guy in Galaxy Quest. How's the server FPS been through that? Server FPS seems fine. It's like 20-ish. Client FPS has been a bit rough because there's so many things going on. But server FPS seems to be doing okay. Not great, but fine. Hang on, has this got the same... No, we're okay. I was about to say, has this got the same issue that so many other ships have where you can't get the components out? No, the Oh, that's going to be close. No, actually, that should fit. Okay, they've learnt, chat. They've actually learnt. The modules should be removable. Ooh, that's going to be a bit skinny. You're then going to get it around this corner and around this corner to get it to the lift. You can, you've looted it before. For science? Cargo deck. Okay. I'm less upset at this than I thought it would be. Comes with a decent power plant. You can't get a 4SU crate out though. No, that's okay. That's okay. Normally, I'd say this would be a really good like support vehicle for like a Ursa Medivac, except it's not because it's got tier 3 beds. It's got the same bed that an Ursa Medivac has. Well, it's not using ordinary physics. No, you can wedge it in a corner and it yeets itself out the side though. Okay, I'm less upset with this one than I thought I'd be. I like the interior for it. I like the exterior for it. It's still to me very confused, because it feels like an AC-130 sort of gunshipy thing. Except the pilot won't be able to aim down unless the co-pilot can take gunnery and use them as a remote turret. You just have to do the cargo go through the floor. Of course, a classic. Yeah, look, I dig it. I don't know if I will throw money at it, but I don't mind it. Quite an interesting vehicle. Yeah. I do think the standout units for me so far have been the Asgard and also the MTC. And the MTC is a great little addition, but all the ground vehicles are useless. So you've got the Tumbrel Cyclone. I can't even remember what variant that is. Looks like it's the cargo one. No, it's the anti-air one. The Cyclone AA or whatever it's called. And the standard Ursa. And this is the new armor they actually launched for this one. You can get this armor set with a custom skin for a Vanguard, which I actually think looks gorgeous. Like, I like the look of that thing. I obviously won't buy it because I don't have a Vanguard, but I like the look of it. And chat, if you do find yourself seriously wanting a Idris, but you know you've missed out the opportunities due to the time limited or number limited event to purchase it, you can always just buy the complete pack. It's fine. Problem solved. Hello, Kilo. How are you today, bud? No workers. I'll take 10. $10,000 worth? Yeah, that's a direct pass to what, Praetorian? Is it? I can't remember what the name of it.
Days like today remind me why I left Terra. I got this call from my mum and she means well, isn't the best at expressing it. She just comes off as very
Oh, sorry, Wing Commander, I think is the next one.
that's not simpatico with her worldview.
Yeah, Wing Commander is your direct one. You were good, now you're flabbergasted. Yeah. Look, the game is perfectly willing to monetize the whales of this game. Then you've got the Claude Steel one, and the True Valor one. True Valor is spending $30 on a skin. apparently.
The UEE Navy
Display closed. Witnesses are encouraged to contact Invictus Security. Something got nicked.
decorated naval ships in our history. Their past was draped in shadow for decades.
The industrial design is amazing. It breaks out the fun. Gameplay doesn't match. Yeah. A bit like that one. Anyway, that's those ones. Will go this way, I guess. They've also got a Arsenal display this year, showing off some of the ordnance and ordnance dispensers that they use. These are the new size 3 bombs, right?
Non-marine military personnel who are invited to train with the Marines.
And the big boy. No, those are the C M1. Yeah, M1 bombs. And those are the M2 bombs. Then you've got your big old torpedoes. More big old torpedoes. Metal fishies.
Although Invictus is a celebration of the men and women
Super Hornet Mark II.
to begin their training, Launch Week not only provides an opportunity to celebrate our recent graduates, but also gives our
F8
active service members much needed recreation.
with the Freedom-Matic ship skin.
Friends and family come together and celebrate the years of duty, service, and safety.
Then you've got the Redeemer, the Hammerhead, and one of the Vanguard. Probably a hoplite. I think that's a hoplite. These ones have been around for ages. This is a vehicle I love to hate. Like I love the functionality of it, but it keeps on suffering. And then the hoplite, which look, it's a good vehicle. I don't entirely agree with the fact that it's got the Asperia gun on the nose. Like it's like an imitation alien gun. It's a replica alien gun used on a main vehicle of the UEE Navy fleet. It just seems odd. Yeah. Hoplite. Hammerhead. Missiles. Then components at the back. These are the new missiles.
Some of the most valuable members of the UEE Navy never see a note.
535,000 Alpha UEC each.
Backbone of our fleet.
Ooh.
Force is equipped to handle any threat that comes their way. The Navy is proud to count missing ships as a valuable.
That's 14 million Alpha UEC to rearm my Polaris. Ooh. I was very briefly feeling rich with my 22 million. Very briefly. That stings. That stings a lot.
While fighters like the Hornet and Gladius have become synonymous with the UEE Navy, the truth is that with the
Burrito.
variety of operations over the vastness of the Empire, the Navy utilized a variety of ships, including some models made for the private sector.
Sure.
Wrap this up and I'll be right with you. Hi, thanks for coming in.
Can of tea.
What would you like?
Though not nearly at the numbers that our UEE Army brethren order, the Navy maintains an active, versatile fleet of ground vehicles as well, whether for logistics, transport, or even
I wonder if this is gonna work.
exploration operations.
Hi, what can I get you today? What can I get you? Got the flat white.
Well, ordering Australian coffee. They know me.
Crusader Industries has been
Unleash a payload of flavor. Torpedo burrito.
for a long time. But did you know that they are also responsible for creating military transports?
Yeah, I see you.
Moving troops, vehicles, or supplies.
Hi, what can I get you today?
With loyal members
Alright, so it broke. Cool.
What would you like?
and will continue.
Yep, managed to break it.
How about we wait until you're done with what you have?
You see the missing displays? Yes, I did see some missing displays. There's a missing display down the bottom. It asks you to talk to security. I saw the signs. I saw the signs. I opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. I'll have to go have another look. I'm assuming I missed everything. It's a mimic. Do. I shall go and have a gaze. A gander, so to speak.
Throughout the Empire and beyond. With that kind of success, it's no wonder that the Navy expanded their roster of Aegis ships in their fleet. Though not nearly at the numbers that are due to the Army Record, the Navy maintains an active, versatile fleet of ground vehicles as well, whether for logistics, transport, or even exploration operations.
The water from the mob?
The UEE Navy is proud to welcome Aegis Dynamics back to Victor's Launch. Though the activities the past was draped in shadow for decades. We are thrilled to see
I'm not seeing it, bud.
Lone Victor's celebration of the man
The shadow outline of an atlas leg. Interesting. Interesting. So that's the hint that people were talking about. McGrady? Alright, that's pretty much the show floor for today. Did we want to go and get murdered together? Or play other games together? We could go and spread, you know, spread democracies, or, you know, get shot in a World War II simulator, or play WAG Tinder, or if you're keen. The shadow of the Atlas in the wiki is the same as that puddle. Ah, okay. Interesting. It's asking to report where it went. Yeah, that makes sense. And it would make sense if a walker was down there.
vehicle operators trained for a variety of operations, military training, they are some of the few non-marine military personnel who are invited to train with the Marines on the hostile environments of Corin.
Yeah. So you've got Hammerhead Vanguards, the Anvil, the Spartan Ballista and Centurions, the Ursa, the Asgard. Oh, the Asgards. Also over there. We're good. Right, Guardian. Yeah. I've seen them at this point. Basically.
For those with loved ones setting off today to begin their life in the Navy, stop by our friends and family.
Dive into some heck. Boot first. Boot first into heck. I'm here for it, bud. Bleep, bleep. Alright, cool. Chat, we're gonna actually head over to play some Helldivers with some buds. Idris being an Idris. Nice. So, yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to jump over to Helldivers for a bit. I just wanted to check out the show floor. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to just do a whole bunch of patrol missions. I did a whole bunch of patrol missions yesterday as well. Except yesterday my brain was broken. So there we found ourselves. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you are only here for Star Citizen content, I appreciate that you're hanging out. And for those who are interested in other stuff, we will be moving across to Helldivers. For the one person watching me on YouTube, I don't know, I guess it's going to stay as a Star Citizen stream over there because you can't really change it once you're live. Alright. Let's go. This is not the right song for this. This stuff.